good evening to you and welcome to NDTV News. I'm Sarah Dadiwe Apa. The highlights. Elder statesman T.K. Ogoriba calls on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to sack perceived corrupt appointees. WAEC releases 2024 West African Senior School Certificate Examination results. Plus, explosive device goes off at Action People's Party Secretariat in Port Harcourt. And now details. Commissioner for Information Strategy and Orientation, Mrs. Ebiowo Koku Obiai, has reiterated government's commitment to partner with electronic media houses to propagate government programs and policies to the people. Mrs. Koku Obiai stated this when she hosted the Association of General Managers of Broadcast Media in the state in her office in Yenagoa, led by its chairman, Comrade Frederick Fabo, General Manager, Niger Delta Television. Correspondent Ozekizibe Tete completes the report.
Speaking during the meeting with the Association of General Managers of Broadcast Stations in Bayelsa State, the Honorable Commissioner for Information, Strategy and Orientation, Honorable Ebiowo Koku Obiai, called for synergy between broadcast media organizations and the government, adding that the media should serve as a medium for proper flow of information between the people and the government.
I certainly want to appreciate all of you, especially on the role you have played in projecting and promoting government policies and projects. I want to believe that there is no station here you have mentioned, from People's FM, NDTV, Ray Power, Regime, Creek FM, all. There is none that has not been talking about what we are doing as a government. But our mission here is to revamp actually the media and how the citizens, how they see the government. We want to improve on what they hear and want to improve on even our activities. And that's one of the key things. And since I took over, we are trying to readdress some issues where we have some lacuna. I want to thank the GM, acting GM NDTV.
The chairman of the Association of General Managers of Broadcast Media Stations in the state and the acting general manager of the Niger Delta Television, Comrade Frederick Fabo, stated that the media stations are ready to synergize with the Commissioner and the Ministry of Information.
We are here to tell you that we are solidly behind you, the general managers of broadcast stations, the state. Support all your efforts towards revamping, putting more life into the media stations owned by this state government in your larger responsibility.
He further applauded government's efforts to the media and requested that the association have an audience with His Excellency Governor Doye Diri.
We want to commend the state government for what Governor Diri has done. Also request that if it's possible, Honorable Commissioner, there's need for an audience with His Excellency. He has done it before. He met with the chief executives, whereby we can still find a way to arrange that. So once again, on behalf of my dear colleagues here, I want to express a very sincere appreciation to the Honorable Commissioner and members of this team for receiving us this morning.
Ozekizibe Tete reporting for NDTV News.
Following the 10 days national protest against hunger and bad governance staged nationwide, Niger Delta foremost agitator and elder statesman, Elder T.K. Ogoriba, has called on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to look inwards into his administration and sack perceived corrupt appointees. Ogoriba stated this while responding to questions on Niger Delta Television's current affairs program, inside. Correspondent Asanat Ibrahim has the details.
Matters have begun to arise from the staged 10 days nationwide protest, though properties and lives were lost and expectations remain high from both government and citizens. In this report, Niger Delta foremost agitator, Elder TK Ogoriba, has called on the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to fight corruption to barest minimum in the country.
One of the things Mr. President has to do and do very well, he should look inwards into the people that he has charged responsibilities with. Corruption must be wiped out. So many persons feel that any position they take is an opportunity for them to amass wealth. Our values have changed. They don't even invest. They carry their monies and go and put in foreign banks to improve upon their economies. And that is why our naira value has come down. So corruption is too much in the land. And that is what Mr. President has to be seen as fighting against.
Ogoriba, who said the region did not participate in the protest because they are aware that it took over dead economy.
He took over a dead economy and he needs to clean the Fujian stable. And that is what the man is trying to do. It is important to protest to make the governed, the man who is governing the people to know that we are not happy. Truly there is hunger in the land. There is anger in the land. Pains are excruciating, we agree. But Mr. President has responded, my children, don't worry. I will do something. Except that he doesn't want to be president of this country.
Niger Delta foremost agitator revealed that the demands of the people of the Niger Delta are in the public domain.
We have exclusive lists. There are no-go areas. Today, the whole funds that we have in this country is put in the hands of the man that is at the center. He appropriates it the way he wants. There is a 13% derivation. There is a general derivation. These things are not meeting up what we need to put the things we want in this country.
He advised governments at all levels to carry youths along.
The youths are the future of tomorrow. So we should start mentoring people to take over from us. And that is the next thing we'll be doing as from October.
Ibrahim Asanat reporting for NDTV News.
The West African Examinations Council, WAEC, has released the 2024 West African Senior School Certificate Examination results. The results were made available to candidates on Monday. The Examinations Council stated that 902,328 males and 912,016 females wrote the exams, while some 30,000 secondary school teachers supervised the examination. The release of the results is expected to brighten the chances of candidates who applied for admissions into universities, polytechnics, and colleges of education for the 2023-2024 academic session. The management of the National Youth Service Corps, NYSC, has debunked what it termed misleading information on social media regarding the disbursement of 70,000 naira minimum wage to corps members and the directive to upgrade their accounts. Director of Information and Public Relations of the NYSC, Eddie Megwa, released a statement online over the weekend that corps members, parents, and the public should note that no information has been passed across from the relevant sector of government in charge of initiating the increment of corps members' allowance. The statement further explained that core members are aware of the approval channel and mode of communication in the scheme, hence should desist from spreading false information. An explosive device has been detonated at the Secretariat of the Action People's Party, APP, in Port Harcourt, the Rivers State capital. The explosion, which was said to have occurred during the early hours of Monday by 1 a.m., shattered parts of the building, such as the window near the impacted area. The Rivers State Police Command has reportedly deployed some of its personnel to the scene, located around the new GRA. The State Commissioner of Police, CP Disu Tunji, who disclosed that the police has launched an investigation into the matter, also advised everyone in the state to be conscious about security. The Edo State Police Public Relations Officer, Mr. Moses Yamu, has confirmed that a 14-year-old boy has been detained by the police for allegedly raping a minor in Sobe community in Owan West local government area of Edo State. According to reports, the teenager lured the victim into his room and defiled her. The victim's father reported the incident to the police, leading to the suspect's detention. However, the father later attempted to withdraw the case, claiming that he had reached a settlement with the accused family. In spite of this development, the police transferred the case to the command headquarters in Benin, where it is currently being investigated by the State Criminal Investigation Department. This incident raises concerns over the handling of sexual assault cases and the potential for the victims' families to be pressured into withdrawing charges. And on to the entertainment scene, Big Brother Naija Season 9 show has evicted Chine and Nne, the duo that make up Ndine for the show. And Peter Okoye, also known as Mr. P, a member of the P Square, has written an open letter to his brother Paul Okoye, known as Rude Boy, over a recent face-off that led to their split for the second time. For details of these stories and more, let's join Oguntunde Rebecca on Entertainment News.
Controversial Nigerian singer Portable has called Davido out on social media for not giving him a verse he promised him. Davido refusal to give Portable a verse on his new song followed their dispute in Atlanta. According to the news, the duo fell out in June 2024 after Portable accused Davido of giving him bad advice during their dinner in Atlanta, United States. In response, Davido unfollowed Portable on Instagram. However, sharing his latest release on his official Instagram page on Sunday, Portable claimed that the song was meant to feature a verse that Davido promised. Following the Big Brother Naija Season 9 show, Chine and Nne, the duo that makes up Indie Nne, has become the second pair to be evicted from the show on Sunday after Tammy's exit last week. Indie Nne were in the bottom four alongside Radical, Zinwe and Flourish. The custodians, trees who picked an evict-only box sent the Indie Nne pair packing. Indie Nne's eviction means that all the evictees so far this season are females. Peter Okoye, also known as Mr. P, a member of the P Square, has written an open letter to his brother Paul Okoye, known as Rude Boy. Report also says the music group, which consists of Rude Boy and his twin brother Mr. P, first split in 2016 but reunited in 2021. However, Rude Boy, in an interview granted last month, confirmed that the group has split again but failed to give reasons. Rude Boy claimed in the interview that the group became successful due to his efforts, stressing that he wrote most of their hit songs. I am Rebecca Ogutunde, reporting from NDTV Entertainment.
And on to the foreign scene, the music world is mourning the loss of the iconic bongo flavor singer Mandojo, whose life was cruelly cut short in a devastating case of mistaken identity. Mandojo, known for his hit songs Give Me and Wanok Nok and Dingy in Tanzania, was part of the popular Mandojo and Jomo Kaya group. Close sources confirmed that the artist was brutally beaten to death on Sunday, 11th August in Dodoma by people who thought he was a thief. His demise has left fans and loved ones stunned and grief-stricken as Mandojo passed on a few days before his birthday. There are no survivors after a Volpass flight carrying 61 people crashed in Brazil over the weekend. The 57 passengers and 4 crew members on board the airline all died in the crash, as confirmed by State of Sao Paulo firefighters. Brazil's Air Force in a statement said the plane bound for Sao Paulo was flying normally until it stopped responding to calls and radar contact was lost at 1:22 p.m. Investigators have recovered the black box, and a preliminary report on what caused the crash is expected within 30 days. That's the news. But before we go, we'll take another look at stories that made headlines. Following the 10 days national protest against hunger and bad governance staged nationwide, Niger Delta foremost agitator and elder statesman, Elder T.K. Ogoriba, has called on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to look inwards into his administration and sack perceived corrupt appointees. We also brought you a report that the West African Examinations Council, WAEC, has released the 2024 West African Senior School Certificate Examination results. The results were made available to candidates on Monday. And finally, an explosive device has been detonated at the Secretariat of the Action People's Party, APP, in Port Harcourt, the Rivers State capital. That's the news. Thanks for watching. I'm Sarah Dadiwe Apa. Good night.